Kaspa mining is incredibly profitable. It's second to only Bitcoin mining, but you actually make more money, more coin, and you even mine more Bitcoin per miner with Kaspa miners compared to Bitcoin mining. What's up? My name is Vosk, and I'm here to give you guys a real world look into mining profitability, right? What miners am I running? How much are they earning? How much do they cost? Is it too late to get into this? Does the future still look pretty bright? Just to give you a quick heads up spoiler, is that there is some crazy Kaspa news on the horizon if this leak is true. All right, so at a glance, making over 300 bucks a day. We'll break down how much of that actually goes to the electric company, but to be frank, it's a lot less than you may think or guess off the bat. You'll see 16 miners here, and a few of these we're just going to kind of ignore, and we're going to break them out of this equation. The key miners we're looking at are the Kaspa miners, specifically from the IceRiver as well as a Bitmain manufacturer. Again, these are ASIC miners. They're custom computers, purpose-built machines, application-specific integrated circuit miners. All these things do is mine Kaspa. You ain't playing Fortnite on them, sorry. And even more specifically, we have the KS0, KS0 Pro, KS1, KS2, KS3M, all from IceRiver. We also have the Antminer KS3. I took this data a few days ago on this screenshot just for reference, and I have even more recent data here. When we look at the last day on the K-heavy hash mining algorithm, which is the Kaspa mining algorithm, we earned $260 over the last 24 hours. But there's an issue, and we're going to talk about this. What's going on with all these rejected duplicates? Well, we're going to investigate. Let's break this out over the last week. So over the last week, on average, we're earning about $278 a day on this mining algorithm. And now look at this rejected share error. On the 7th of December, and briefly on December 11th, and major issue here today, we're dropping shares like crazy. Lost shares are lost earnings. That hash rate drop correlates to a direct dollar decrease. Not good. Not good at all. So let's look at some of these earnings, right? We look at all this and we see a stark decrease from a week and a half ago to today because Kaspa has a linear halving schedule. The amount of coins you're mining per day is reduced monthly. It reduces the block reward. So this was a pretty stark decrease, and more miners continue to come online on this cryptocurrencies network. So it's more people trying to eat the same pizza. So let me just remind you that Kaspa is the second most profitable coin to mine based on their emission. Over $1.5 million. This is a cryptocurrency worth over $2.5 billion right now. Oh, the market has just recently found a little heartbeat. We're not even close to what I would even call a bull run, especially not even close to the top. So 1.5 million. Technically, if you combine Dogecoin and Litecoin, they're about tied for the second most profitable coin to mine because Doge and LTC are merge mined with script ASIC miners, so a different miner model than what we're talking about here. Like I already mentioned, the amount of coins mined per day or per block decreased, and it'll decrease again in January down to 138 coins, and then it'll continue to go down again. It effectively halves annually. So make sure you understand that when you're kind of running your numbers and looking at your break-even period. So this is where things get a little crazier. When I try to remote into all of these Kaspa miners, they're not responding. I'm not able to access their dashboards. So right now I'm remoted into my mining farm, and I can only gain access to my IceRiver KS0 as well as my Antminer KS3. In particular, I don't understand why I'm getting so many hardware errors on hashboard 3 here, and I'm not getting that many errors, especially statistically in comparison with the other hash boards. The temperature is slightly higher, but the real-time theoretical hash rates here are all the same. So this miner's been running well and it's fine. Just in the pursuit of better performance, I'm just going to go ahead and remotely restart this one. Everything's looking good on the KS0, pretty low pool rejection rate, at least when you're mining to nice hash, right? And 30-minute hash rate above what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one alone. And so let's kind of talk about a little bit more what I'm doing. You may have noticed I'm mining Kaspa on nice hash. I'm mining basically Bitcoin. This pool takes my Kaspa miners, uses their hash rate, they've got their whole hash rate marketplace thing, and I get paid out in Bitcoin. There's a couple ways to look at this. This is banking more on Bitcoin over Kaspa. This is much easier to exchange as opposed to Kaspa, but we're going to talk more about that later, why that may change sooner than later. I've had a good experience mining Kaspa on F2 pool and 2 miners, or don't. That's up to you. So let's kind of look at the miners and then we'll double back to the returns. Because I've talked about the mining profitability as a whole of real snapshot of what's it like mining Kaspa right now. So you really can't buy the KS0 anymore. You might as well buy the KS0 Pro. You'll get it for around the same price normally. And the going rate for these is about $1,000 right now. This is on ASIC Marketplace. They do support the channel. We do have a coupon code. Use our link, punch in the code VoskCoin to save some coin. And I just want to remind you, okay, if you go out there and you find a better deal elsewhere, send them an email, tell them you found out about ASIC Marketplace from VoskCoin, right? You can even CC me in the email, that's fine, I don't care. Say you want a price matched, right? But my point here with them, they've been a great supporter of the channel and they've helped me get Kaspa miners fast, and fast is the name of the game for getting great returns on your mining rigs. If you save a couple $100 on a miner, but you get it a month or two later, I mean, you can make that up in just a couple days with how profitable most of these mining rigs are. We also have the KS1, the KS2, the not IceRiver KS3, but the Bitmain KS3, and the IceRiver KS3M. So let's kind of go one by one. KS0, to be frank, it's been replaced with the KS0 Pro. Old news, forget about it. KS0 Pro. This is arguably the best starter miner in the game now. How much does it really earn? My real world mining profitability on this device is about $3 a day. I've been seeing a number around this, pretty static, kind of $3 to $4 a day. So those are good returns. Remember, this thing uses only 100 watts. That would cost you probably around $5 a month to operate. Pretty small, it's pretty quiet. It can plug into any outlet in your house. It comes with the power supply. So just kind of understand that and be aware. Surprisingly, IceRiver has opened up another batch of these direct from the manufacturer on their site. So you can head over to their site. We also have a coupon code and link with them, which will save you a couple bucks. It's down in the video description below. The difference here, right, is that the ETA on delivery for these is by end of January, as opposed to what we're looking at here on ASIC Marketplace to ship within a week. Or the price can be reduced if you choose by end of month. So, again, take from it what you will. I'm not here to push miners on you, just bringing you the real world mining data.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, AltSignals. AltSignals is a trading platform powered by AI and machine learning. According to their website, they've been in the game since 2017 and have an extensive roadmap moving forward. They've also launched their own token, ASI, and token holders get exclusive access to new features and products on their platform, such as trading signals, educational resources, auto trading, and trading tournaments. They're currently in the pre-sale stage this month. To learn more about AltSignals and their ASI token, check out the link in the video description below. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research before investing.
Let's look at the KS1. The KS1 has been a very good miner for me in my experience. I've had it quite a while, and the market for it is about $3,800 right now. This miner has been consistently mining around somewhere between like 10 to 20 bucks a day. I would say the average is kind of more like 15 bucks. Right now it's reading $13. But again, this is a number that kind of fluctuates over time. The KS2, I think that this is actually the miner giving me an issue. The KS2 is quite literally just double the KS1. Imagine there's like one hash board in here. Well, they took that and they put one more in the KS2 and charged more. My KS2 is a recent production. It's a recent batch. It has updated firmware. And to be frank, it simply performs worse in my experience. From the actual hash rate to the reliability, I've had a couple issues with it. It may have been attributed to my power line adapter. It did clear up after I moved it off of that, but right now I can't even remotely access the dashboard, but that is the case for many of these IceRiver miners right now. So normally when I look at the mining profitability, it's double what the KS1 is, minus $1 or $2. On average, does not actually reach double the mining profitability, even though the advertised hash rate is quite literally double. So to be frank, that's my least favorite miner. Out of all the IceRiver miners. It's also a recent batch production, which may mean that the recent batch is just kind of worse, as they are rushing to build as many shovels in this Kaspa mining gold rush as they possibly can. Enter the KS3M. This is the most popular Kaspa miner by so far. They're making so many of these, as many as they possibly can. This is basically an overclocked miner from the factory. This continues to carry a price around $10,000, but depending on when your ETA for delivery is, could be a bit less. And of course, if you buy in bulk, you can oftentimes get a bulk deal. Contact them and push for that. I've watched very many people order 10s, 20s, hundreds of this miner in particular. It's kind of crazy. My KS3M has been pretty great. It's been, as you would expect, a very profitable miner. It's been performing well. It's good to know and understand. Please understand and note that IceRiver has their own unique attached power supplies on all of these miners. You need 240 voltage to be able to operate these. These do not plug into any outlet in a US household. If you need to learn more about how to set up an ASIC miner, how to set up your electricity for one, watch our Ultimate ASIC Miner video guide and you'll know everything and more by the end of it. Trust me, it's an hour long. We spent a lot of time compiling a lot of data, research, and everything into that video. The KS3M right now says it's earning 56 bucks. We're consistently seeing around, $50, $60 right now, like within the last couple of days on this miner. The KS3 reading is inaccurate. We're consistently seeing like around 120 on that miner. I think there may be an issue with the KS3M right now because its performance is supposed to be 3 times that of the KS2, which would put it around $75, and it's been underperforming where it's supposed to be. Remember, we just restarted the KS3, so its profitability is fluctuating more so right now, and right now it's ramping back up. So looking at the Antminer KS3, it's the most expensive by far, but this is truly a better machine. I have the 9.4 terahash a second model, by the way. It's more efficient. It's a better machine. It's got overlap in the Bitmain control boards. It's got overlap in the power supplies. I have numerous of these in stock on hand, thanks to Altair, because they have all these incredible miner parts. And I'm also running many of these miners on the Altair PDUs. This is basically a mining PDU. This thing is great for, you punch in, here it comes again, VoskCoin code, use our link sports channel, blah, blah, blah. But seriously, I really appreciate when you guys do. But you punch in the VoskCoin coupon code, you get this thing for about $100 shipped. And a key note about this, right, is it's better to run your miners this way. You get an amp readout, you get a watt readout, you get cumulative kilowatt hours. You see, all this data. And it's very beneficial. It's very useful. It gives you all the data that you basically get in the meter box, which, by the way, we collaborated with them on a release that just opened up. We're also doing a head-to-head giveaway battle with RPM. And so, thousands of bucks going to charity and stuff like that. And so who doesn't like mining data, being a nerd, and free miners? I mean, come on. So I'll drop a link for all this stuff. As always, do whatever you want to do. But remember, if you guys don't participate and support giveaways, then what's the point of doing them? Now, as I've finished my side quest tangent here, we can see the KS3 is ramping up towards that $120 figure that I was consistently talking about. And remember, see, the KS3M is sitting at a 24-hour mining profitability that is about half the KS3, but it has 2/3 of the, approximately of the hash power, maybe, 60%. The bottom line is the numbers don't quite add up, and we're going to need to get on site and investigate. So this hash rate's ballooning. right? These miners are so profitable, but it continues to become more and more difficult to mine. I mean, if you look at the data just a month ago, the network hash rate has essentially doubled. But what's really keeping all these miners crazy profitable is going to be price appreciation. Kaspa is up 44%, okay, in a valuation, by market cap, the price of these coins in the last 30 days. Keep in mind that Kaspa is still not on Coinbase. It's still not on Binance, but that's the big news, okay? Basically, there's some data pointing to a new recent listing on Binance. That would be crazy. I also don't see why this wouldn't come to Coinbase, if not sooner than later, or to just really be top off a bull run, later on. Obviously, I'm not going to throw a whole conspiracy theory on that stuff right now. It's been wild to see the marketing endeavor and exchange campaigning that Kaspa has done to be listed on so many exchanges in rapid succession, the way that they have been able to skyrocket their market cap. I mean, you can look into the coin and you can look at the tech and you can think it's novel tech and stuff like that, but this is a crazy valuation for a cryptocurrency with essentially no ecosystem, and it's just a platform. But hey, good for Kaspa miners, good for Kaspa investors and hodlers. And to be frank, I love to see a mineable cryptocurrency winning. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to head over to the mining farm now because I've got to get on site because I cannot remotely reboot these and do a little bit of investigation. And you'll be hearing from me in about 3, 2, 1 with an update. All right, so out here at the farm, these miners have forsaken me. Why do you not let me connect? Why? Hiya, hiya. Okay, those are the loudest ones. In addition to the KS1, the KS3M, actually I pointed to those in reverse. Then we also have the KS0 Pro right here. Let's go ahead and just pull the plug on that guy. Give him a second to ramp down and plug that back in. Turn the KS3M back online. Turn the KS1 back online. And the KS2 is actually in our garage. So, I've already flipped that one on and off because I had it out. This is weird. Your beard is weird. I can't connect to these things. This is unique. So I restarted them, tried in a couple of different browsers. I've never heard of this issue before. I can still connect to the KS0, which I did not restart because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, boys. Granted, I trust the Antminer KS3, so I restarted that, and that's going fine. It's still getting heavy hardware errors on board 3, but performance is fine, so, whatever, right? Let's get this with the refresher-roni. We can see KS3's crushing it. KS3M is up pretty significantly, kind of more in line where it's supposed to be, so that's good. The KS1, KS2s are doing about what I would expect. This is twice as fast. It's earning twice as much, roughly. Not really. It's earning more, right? So I'm gonna do some research, see if I get to the bottom of this. If I can't, well, then there won't be a splicing update on this video. I'm asking around. I'm kind of feeling like this is a weird, rare issue that I'm experiencing. The miner is still working, so not really stressing about it. At the end of the day, Kaspa mining is very profitable. These things need to be up, running, and if they're doing that, that's good enough for me right now. Kaspa mining will change dramatically over the next couple of years, and I hope and think the bull run will hit. So I think that this will be a lucrative endeavor long-term overall. But as far as like grabbing one, you never know the future. Depends on all these variables. But I kind of feel like it's kind of like last call. It's the boat's leaving the harbor. Unless you think this thing is just gonna rip and tear to crazy billion upon billion upon billion market cap, because it's already trading over $2.5 billion. And all it takes is this thing to just rip and go up to 10B or something, and there'll be plenty of more time and plenty more profits to be had mining. But that's incredibly rare. That's incredibly uncommon. I mean, that's some unicorn stuff, right? But you could say that's already happened with Kaspa, which, well, you could be like, well, they did it once, they're gonna do it again. I don't know. I just know that I love tails, all right? And if you saw the recent comment, she's the CSO, the Chief Safety Officer. Thank you, Chuck, for that. And on that note, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna close this video out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the VoskCoin YouTube channel where we keep it real. Any questions you have, drop them down. We got some, I'm so excited. I'm so proud of the stuff we are working on and working towards for over the next year. Channel's gonna be better than ever. Content's gonna be better. We're gonna just do so much more for the community, and oh man, it's gonna be a good time. And to be frank, and obviously I'm biased, I just hope you're there for it. See you later.